Hello and welcome back to another episode of the White Sox March to October. We made a huge trade at the very end of the last episode. We added Ezequiel Duran, and we didn't even have to give up what I felt was all that much. And now this gives us a young B potential that's already a 78 overall, and we have him pretty much locked down for a long time. So our first game today is going to be a player lock with Ezequiel Duran to try and get him a performance boost for the rest of the season. But real quick before we hop into that player lock, I just want to go over how he fits into our lineup, at least how I plan on him fitting. So we got him starting playing second base against righties. We're going to bat him a little bit far down, batting sixth. And actually, now that I look at that, I might be changing my mind here. I might just want to bump Fletcher one up there and bat Duran 7. Just when I went through the splits righty lefty, Duran was only batting like 230 something against righties. He's just really good against lefties this year. So we're going to kind of start out playing into that. We'll keep him, a little further down against the righties. But then against lefties, what I want to do is I want to lead him off. I mean, like I said, he was batting good against lefties. I think it even said it was like over 300 he was hitting against lefties. So if he's going to hit like that against lefties with 84 speed, that sounds like a perfect leadoff hitter to me. And actually, now that I look at how this lineup has been set up, I think I want to bump Maldonado down a few spots because he is not hitting. Like, we're actually almost getting to the point where I might just make Max Stassi our everyday starter, but I'm just going to hold out a little bit more with that 70 power from Maldonado. That's got to kick in at some point, right? But then actually against lefties, I want to make one more change now that we have Duran. Dominic Fletcher does not swing a good bat lefty-lefty. He is having a horrible season against lefties, and I think that just kind of goes to show how good he is against righties because he still is having good numbers on the year. But yeah, I mean, the attributes are bad. He's playing bad against the lefties. So now that we have this as an option, I'm actually going to have Ezequiel Duran start in right field against lefties because he has that as a secondary. And I feel like with that arm and the speed and at least decent enough fielding, he'll be pretty solid in right. And then with that, we're going to take Fletcher out of our starting lineup. We're going to get Nicky Lopez in. He hits lefties a little better. He doesn't hit lefties great. He doesn't hit anybody great, but at least then we get that diamond 90 fielding in the lineup. So like, I know Fletcher's a good fielder, but like I said, I think Duran's going to be good in right. So if we're not going to get any production out of whoever's hitting in the 9 hole anyway, might as well get some good fielding at second. But one thing I didn't notice right after we made the trade is the guy that got automatically bumped off of our roster to make room for Duran. That was Oscar Colas. He's no longer here. And that's actually a little disappointing with the numbers he was putting up. I mean, this dude was putting up some numbers as a backup, like, utility outfielder. I mean, 29 games, that is really close to half of our games played he's found his way into. Over 100 at bats, and he was batting over 316. OPS of 877. I mean, this dude wasn't just playing above his attributes, he was legitimately playing good baseball. So I'm kind of upset that he got sent down, but hopefully that might just mean he'll continue doing that in AAA, just in every single game, and then maybe he'll progress faster. We'll get a chance to fast track him or just call him up, either one, and then it could just be better for him in the long term. And then also, while I was here on this screen to look at Colas, I figure I may as well just go over how I changed our trade management here after the trade for Duran. So I moved our positional needs from second baseman to catcher, and then the player I targeted after we got the last guy I targeted, the new one is Gary Sanchez. I figure the weakest spot offensively right now is probably catcher. Sanchez would only be a rental, but it's only a $3 million 1 year situation. Hopefully he's not like rated highly enough by the game and he's having a bad enough season that to get him, it's not going to take much. But man, I don't know. I look at these attributes. I see 80, 84 power. I see pretty solid fielding, and this just blows away both of our catcher options right now. So I feel like getting Gary Sanchez would really elevate our team. But we're 35 and 26 after the end of last episode. We actually gained like a game or two throughout the course of that episode on the Twins. Twins, so slowly but surely we might be making our way back up. It seems like they're coming back down to earth a bit. They're only 4-6 in their last 10. And this is actually the first time I'm seeing that we're still only ranked 27th. There must be a lot of distance between 27th and 26th, because we were already 27th before we got the Jake Eater call up. And then now we also got the Ezequiel Duran trade. We've had a couple of big time upgrades in terms of overall. Kind of surprised that hasn't translated into getting bumped up to the 26th ranked team. Anyway, let's go ahead, let's get into our player lock here, and let's actually try to have a successful hitter player lock, because those have not been going my way yet this year. All right, so here we go. Our first sight of Ezequiel Duran in a White Sox jersey, and his debut's at least taking place in Chicago. All right, I'll take myself a walk. I mean, I guess this is how I started my Luis Robert player lock, and that one didn't end up going well, but it can't hurt. I also didn't really even pay attention until just now to realize that we were batting in the 9 hole. So that kind of hurts for a player lock, because that almost guarantees you get one less at bat than you would if you batted higher up in the order, and Benintendi's not doing anything. Eloy, man, right to third. We got 2 on and nobody out for the top of the order, and they go down 1, 2, 3 after that. I feel like all I need is a hit. If I can just get a hit, then I've gotten on base twice. That should get us at least a 1+, but I've missed 2 circle changes in the same spot because I go too far down. And then I roll over the curve. All right, already our 3rd time up, and it's the top of the 8th, so this is gonna probably be our last time up. It's still 0-0. There's been absolutely no offense. This is worst case scenario for a player lock when you're batting down in the 9 hole. Ooh, but also hang on. I just happened to pause right now, and I kind of noticed something a little special going on from our starting pitcher. Oh, a perfect. That's not going anywhere. That is dying before the track even. Oh my god, there is no way that I actually just made a perfect swing and it's gonna go in the books as nothing. Like, that's not gonna count for anything for me. I did everything as good as it could have been done. That's why it's called a perfect, and it's not even gonna help me out to get a performance boost here. And now we're down 1. So it looks like Kopech's special day is over. He's still out there for some reason. Okay, we're still on defense here, but it's bottom 9. We tied it, and I'm going to be able to get the 2nd out of the inning here. So hopefully this game will continue on, and maybe we get one more chance. It will. We're in the 10th. 2 on here. Still have to face a righty, unfortunately. And I hit into a double play. I time it up. I put a relatively good swing on the ball, and they just go, no, it's got to go right to short. This is how player locks go. Either it's me and I suck, or I finally get everything together, make good swings, and the game just doesn't let me be great. I don't get it. I don't understand what I do wrong in player locks. Why is it different than playing with the whole team? They're saying no offensive production. In a game where we scored 1 run, I drew a walk, I hit a perfect, nothing. Oh, that is a frustrating way to get a new episode started. And then I guess on top of all that frustration of not getting a boost, we get slightly more negative snowflake momentum. That's actually going to influence a couple losses here. So any progress we were making towards the Twins, it's probably going to be lost right away right here. Already adjusted this though, so we can back out of that. We get swept by the Cubs. Probably about to get swept by the other Sox. No, we get a chance to stop it. All right, what do we have? Put an end to this losing streak. What is it up to? Okay, it's only 4. Seems like all we got to do is hold on to the lead. We've got 3 full innings to do that. They've got a runner on here with nobody out in the 7th. We got Tim Hill in. He's only got 2 1/3 innings pitched this year. All right, let's take a look before we get started here at where the offense has come from today. We have 10 hits on the board. We got to be scoring more than 2 with 10 hits on the board. We only have 1 RBI though, so I guess it must have been that we scored on one of their errors, because then that doesn't count as an RBI. I think we do have 1 unearned run scored, but it was another really nice Jake Eater start. I mean, a few more hits than you'd want to give up, but it only translated into 1 run. And now we've got Tim Him out there, and I swear, weren't we just wearing these jerseys on the road? Weren't these the jerseys we just had on in the... Oh, I messed that up. Bad time. Wait, this might get us a free out. Messing up big time got us a free out. That's just pro strats right there. Really? I'm diving. I don't care. Oh, he got it. Okay. And then there we go. Rolled over on it, out in front to Vaughn at first. Ended up a good inning from Tim Hill. I might have gotten enough of that. Oh, it's off the wall. Okay, we got to make sure we get into second. I mean, it's still a great way to start an inning. Lead off double, get the starter out of the game right away. Okay, we might get on from that. Yeah, we are. Okay, in all honesty, that was meant to be a check swing, and the game made me swing, but I guess it ended up working out. Would have been nice if it could have somehow advanced Robert to third, but you can't do that on that. Okay, hang on here. Hang on. Fletcher, lefty, lefty. Actually, it is a clutch spot right here, and he's got 73 clutch. I'm going to leave him in, because we do have Duran on the bench today, but we have Nicky Lopez up next. So I might, okay, well, that proves me right. Good choice leaving him in. You get a hanging slider, first pitch right down the middle, and it turns into a double play. I still want to do what I can to get this running. We're going to Duran off the bench to face the lefty. And I'm going to line out. Oh, wait, I'm not. Oh, he just hit it way too hard. Oh, and I got a little under it with DeYoung. This dude came in and threw nothing but meatballs. I probably should have done a lot more damage, but we still managed to add on one, so we'll have to deal with that. There we go. Back-to-back sliders sits him down. Man, it is something about pitching out of the stretch. I don't know if it's a bug or if they intentionally have made it more difficult this year, but for a guy like Armstrong, who always pitches out of the stretch, this is very frustrating. The slider is the only pitch I can get accurate, it feels like. And then he takes it. It is an absolutely picture-perfect slider, and he takes it. There we go. Okay, I figured out the cutter. Kind of left it in a spot for him to hit it, but we'll turn it into an out. I don't know, it kind of seems like with how it's working right now, it's like try and go slow on this cutter, and when you think you can't go any slower, you just have to. There we go. All right, that should end the inning. Moncada's got it. We keep our 2-run lead. Only one more to go. Moncada, is that going to get down? It will. That's a 4-hit game for him. Keeps the inning alive for Eloy. Gives us a good chance maybe to drive in another run. I mean, I swing a good bat with Eloy. I swing a very good bat with Eloy. That's going to get down. I can't send him, though. Moncada's only got 40 speed. You know what? I'm fine with that. They're putting Luis Robert on for free, but I saw a glimpse of that PCI before they did it. It was tiny. He still doesn't have a good clutch rating. And that should drop in. There we go. We actually did convert Moncada into a run. You keep the inning alive, a 2-out base hit, and it translates into what? 3 more in a row? Or I guess 2 in a walk. But we don't have to be done yet. We still have the bases loaded with a good matchup. You know what? 3-0 count. No chance I'm swinging right here. Yeah, you can put me on for free. A 4-pitch walk to drive in another run. Now we're up 4. Now it's not a save situation. Duran, come on, get over his head again. Oh, that one was the line out to the left fielder. Of course it was, with the bases loaded. He hit it 105. He's come into this game as a pinch hitter. He hit 108 and 105. All right, well, we're going to go to Brebbia then to finish this one off now that we don't really need Crochet anymore. Come on, man. I'm so tired of these 97% accuracy fastballs being considered yellow. And it doesn't even tell me what I do wrong. I don't know, man. I can't, after 3 full years now of being on pinpoint pitching, I can't go back to something else. But it just feels broken right now. All right, we finally got him to put it in play. We'll take our ground out there. 2 to go. There we go. Punch him out on the circle change. And of course, oh wait, we might get him at second though with a perfect throw from Sheets. I will take it. I don't care. If you're going to bloop one in and run yourself into an out, there's no reason to be mad at that point. That was a nice little win there. I put up 3 runs of my own. We had some good offense, had some solid pitching. It's only the 2 fireballs of momentum though that we're going to end up with. So that's just going to flip it and give us maybe a win or two extra. So we just need to string this together with another good game. All right, so we're here scouting again. And last week we sent this guy, Freddie Reeves, who I thought had like 97 discovery. We sent him out to discover some outfielders, and it's not popping up saying he discovered anybody. So I think once again, I don't know, maybe I need a bigger sample size, but it feels like discovering just is not worth it. Because like this means without discovering anybody, this just means that we just wasted a slot of scouting for a week. Like nothing happened. All right, so we're going to keep our two individuals the same. We're going to send Freddie out to scout some international right fielders. Move on. We win the next two games against the Red Sox, so we split that series, and now we have a chance at a call-up. There's a chance I might not bring him up here. Because looking at our bullpen right now as it is, the only guy I would bring him up over is Sammy Peralta. And if it's still doing the same thing where, yeah, he doesn't even show up because he's out of minor league options, then I don't think this is worth it. I am really starting to not like that. At first I thought it made sense, but the more and more that it's stopping me from making different moves, the less and less it makes sense. Like if I was in full control weeks ago, I would have already DFA'd or released or sent Peralta through waivers, whatever needs to be done. But there's no need to make sure that we keep a 55 overall starter or reliever. I mean, we don't need to keep him on our big league squad. If I was able to make that change, this is almost a 10 overall increase. But since I can't make that change, there's nobody that Foster would be better than, so it just doesn't feel worth it to make this call. So we're actually going to decline it then. Could have been a nice move, but I guess it's just not meant to be. I think we might have won that series against the Mariners though, but I kind of just got tripped up because this could be a very big fast track. Once again, we have some options this time. We have 3 different options, but judging by how I've hit in hitter player locks, I don't know if I want to take a chance boosting up either of these guys when I am pretty confident that I could take control of Jared Schuster down in the minors and put him on a very similar path to Jake Eder. I mean, this is so similar to what Jake Eder was. They're the same age, lefties with a 3-pitch mix. If we do the same thing, bump him up 12 overall and get him a B potential, that would make him a 75. We'd have a full starting rotation then of a 72 or above, and then that would add another young, good potential arm that we could have on this team for many years. I think Schuster's the move. I'm going to pick him. We're going to do another pitcher. We're going to go ahead and do this then. We're going to do his minor league game right here in today's episode. Oh man, and we're just getting right into it. I thought they'd have a whole presentation or something beforehand, but no, we're just pitching. I would be lying though if I said I wasn't worried about another guy with a 3-pitch mix. I'll take that as a first out. But yeah, I am not at all a fan of only 3 pitches on a starting pitcher, but like it seems like so far it's working for Jake Eder. And if nothing else, if one of the two or both don't pan out as starters, even though it seems like Eder's doing fine, 3 pitches would be fine for a relief pitcher. We could just move them to the pen and we got 2 pretty nice looking lefties. That's an unfortunate way to give up a hit. It's even more unfortunate that it's about to be a double. Kind of goes to show that even with a pitcher, it's not like it's guaranteed. Still have to have a good game down here. I'm just more confident with a pitcher that I'll actually get that attribute increase. I guess also thinking back on it, you know, if I would have actually succeeded, Corey Lee might not have been a bad one to call up to fast track, because, you know, if I succeeded with him, I think he was a 61, could get up to a 66, 67. And then if we bring him up to the bigs, succeed again, then he's up over a 70 overall. That would have been a pretty big difference there. Would have set us up with a catcher that I don't feel like we have. And really, a first inning lefty home run is how this is going. The guy who shouldn't have even been up at the plate this inning because we should have had 3 outs already with that weak double. Well, all right, now we're going to have to pitch a pretty good game from here on out. No more mistakes. Dude, there's no way. 88% accuracy on a slider. Why is that yellow? I'll take my strikeout though. And an inside out swing gets him a base hit up the middle. What's going on here? It's almost like the game detected my overconfidence in being able to get a good game with a pitcher, and they're like, oh no, let me show you. Yeah, look at this. I'm barely missing my spots here, or barely doing whatever I'm doing wrong to get a yellow, and they're just ending up right down the middle. All right, I'll take that. I still don't know how 100% accuracy, and then it's only 2 degrees off center, and they give me a yellow based on that. Dude. Okay, I mean, we have a guy there, but enough of these yellow releases ending up floating right down the middle. There we go. Get him looking again. Let's calm it down here. Stay in play. Don't hit the base. No, make a play on this. Okay, I think he tagged him out. This Edwards dude, I can't get him out. There we go. Good slider there. Accurate. Perfect release and all that. That's 2 scoreless. Even with it being relatively frustrating, we've kept them scoreless through the next 2 innings. If we can keep them where they're at, make it to like the 6th, maybe 7th inning, then I think we'll be fine. It's just these yellow releases, man. Oh my gosh. Okay, it's right to him this time. We're all good. And then that one's going to get through. All right, we'll just... I guess Schuster's just a guy that's going to give up hits. Dude, it is just a matter of luck at this point. I am doing nothing different pitch to pitch, and it's just sometimes happening to be 97% accurate on those fastballs, and it ends up yellow. This is going to be purely based on luck today. If I get my attribute boost, it's not up to my skill, it's up to luck. I don't like that. I had a reason not to like that. It really did. It really did just have to bounce barely fair. Okay, that one should keep him at second, though, and get the out at first. We got to get our guy Edwards down, though, for the first time. Got to strand this runner at second. Oh, we got him. The yellow accuracy almost got me again. Put it too far inside, but it got him to miss. So that's 5 innings now pitched with a decent amount of strikeouts and only the 2 runs allowed. We've turned this into a solid outing. We're going back out for the 6th. We've gotten absolutely no run support, which is awesome. I really hope, though, one way or another, this is our last inning. Like, you'd hope with giving up runs already, they might just, like, call it quits a little on the early side, and until then I'll keep getting some punch outs. Okay, it's right to him. I got that dude down to 0-2, and then he turned into Babe Ruth at the plate. Hopefully just the one more. We're down into yellow energy now. We've given up the 2 runs. Our team is losing. If this is it, I'm pretty confident we'll have gotten our boost. And that hopefully is going to be our last out. Very necessary jump throw. Now let's see. Do they throw me back out there and jeopardize everything? They do. Thanks, game. Because I don't know at this point. I don't know. If I give up a couple runners and then a couple of them come around to score because I have no energy, does that turn this into a bad outing and then I don't get my boost? Yeah, end the game now. I get my boost. Okay, there we go. Another punch out. Got him out in front of it. Doesn't need to be a hit. Doesn't need to be said that doesn't need to be a hit. It's obvious. Oh my god, that's about to drop in too. Oh my god. This is exactly what I was picturing when I say, because we're on low energy, give up a couple base runners. You never know if they're going to come around to score. Now they're taking the ball out of my hand, but I have no idea if these guys come around to score and it's earned runs on Schuster. Does that ruin this? Does that make it a bad start? I mean, we'll just have to see. There's nothing we can do here. We lost the game, so our offense never showed up. It's just a matter of by how much. They have 4, and I'm seeing on the outfield scoreboard the 2 runs scored. Okay, we're good though. I was gonna say on the outfield scoreboard they had 2 runs scored in the 7th, so that probably means both those guys that got on cheap against me came around to score, but it looks like we're fine. We got the plus, we got the fireball. That should mean that we got our attribute increase. Hopefully this one fireball is going to carry us far, because if it does just sim to a call up, then that would sim about 5 games here to get through the rotation again. Okay, more scouting. All right, so this is what we're going with here. Just finish off a couple of these individual dudes, continue to scout our right fielders. We're kind of getting close already. Like, this has come up really fast here, but we're already 11 weeks into scouting. We're really closing in on the draft, and there it is. I wasn't really paying attention to how many games we won, but it seemed like we won a decent amount there. And we do have the chance now to call up Jared Schuster. We got him all the way up to that 69, so we got him the +6 overall that we expected. Same type of boost that we saw on Eater. I mean, we are going to run into a similar problem as to why I didn't call up Matt Foster, because I'm not going to be able to send down Sammy Peralta. But I think at this point, knowing that we're going to be replacing Eric Fetty anyway, I don't feel the need to hang on to him. I can send him down. I mean, even if we don't manage to get a boost with Schuster, he's still a higher overall. He's still a B potential, which means he's got a chance to improve. So regardless, this is probably the move. We get rid of Eric Fetty, we call up Jared Schuster, and then we'll have another chance to player lock with him again up in the bigs, get him up to a 75. But that will be how we start next episode. I kind of can't believe that we're already almost halfway through this season. Like, it feels like it's flown by. But as always, guys, make sure you hit that like button for me if you enjoyed today's episode. If you're new, not subscribed to the channel, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. But thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for stopping by, and I will see you next time.